Aloha friends, welcome to this solar eclipse new moon portal reading. Oh yes, let's just take a moment to collectively just settle into this space. Maybe roll your shoulders back, relax. Just connecting to your energy now. There are a lot of messages that want to come through, and so I want to make sure that this is going to be more fine-tuned to those of you that have really been coming back and watching my videos and connecting with me. And there is going to be a collective message for everyone that comes across this video, but I'm hearing specifically that the reason they wanted my viewers, my subscribers specifically, to relax and settle in is because there are messages that your guides want to bring through, and they want to make sure that you are open and ready to receive. So I am still feeling some tension specifically in the left shoulder, which is interesting. That is our receiving side. So maybe do like a couple of neck rolls, drop your right ear to your shoulder and just stretch out that left side of the neck. Really want to open up ourselves to receive with this portal. I feel a lot of abundance, a lot of new things coming online, coming into your life. So really just open yourself up so you can settle into this space and receive the divine messages and activations that want to come through today. I have 3 different piles for you to choose from. We have this first one with the Ankh and the wings. It's a beautiful card from the Isis Pocket Oracle. We have this second pile from the Kali Pocket Oracle. And then we have the third one with the goddess from the Isis. Isis. Okay, there's a reason I said it that way. They said so. Should be interesting one. Isis Pocket Oracle. All right. So take a moment, relax your shoulders, roll them out, maybe do some head rolls as I advised. Take a couple deep breaths. Close down your eyes. I always like to close down my eyes, take a nice deep breath in, open mouth, exhale, release any tension that you're holding on to. And then typically when I open my eyes at that point, they would be drawn to a specific card. This will also work for you. And if you're feeling, they're telling me, if you're feeling like you can't choose between one or another, know that there are most likely going to be embedded messages or activations or transmissions throughout them. So let's say you choose Isis and it mainly resonates for you, but for some reason you're still feeling called to this Isis. There may just be an activation that's for you in that pile and nothing else. None of the rest of the pile will resonate. So use your discernment and choose which one works for you for this beautiful solar eclipse new moon. And we're going to start today, they're saying, with pile number 3. All right, so if you chose pile number 3, stick around. If you chose one or the other, timestamps will be in the description. I look forward to connecting with you all and working through this receiving portal. All right, see you soon. Welcome back to those of you who chose the goddess Isis. And Isis is what they were, how they were having me pronounce it in the intro. So Isis, they're telling me Isis, like your third eye is being activated, it's being open. Oh, lots of new gifts coming online for this pile. So really feel into it. There's nothing that can hold you back, that'll be a lower vibration, that is they're wanting me to say this, so somebody may be thinking it, that you may have heard before, like, oh, once you open up to spirituality, you not only open yourself to the good stuff, but you open yourself to the bad stuff too. And a lot of people are in fear of that receiving these gifts and having your third eye activate and come online in a much higher vibration, that you are going to you're going to become open for lower level spirits to come through as well. And that is not true. That is absolutely false. Whatever, you actually have to be in the vibration that the spirit is in to come through. So as a medium, there are things that will happen when I need to connect with lower dimensions. I myself will be going through some kind of shadow, and I will connect during that time. I went to this incredible shamanic event a few years back with my husband, and during the event, there were some people that came in and just were completely trashed and drunk, and I felt it was very disrespectful. I didn't really know much about other people's mediumship at that time, only my own. And through the experience, I learned that those that had come in inebriated and in that state of mind were actually connecting with their ancestors who transitioned in that same lower level vibration. And the messages they brought through, y'all, they were profound. They had probably everybody teary-eyed in the room. It was such a deep, heartening, opening message for all of us, and it just was really magical. So know that as you activate and come online and these gifts start to open up for you, unless you are privy to those lower level vibrations, unless you really are a shadow worker, and like I call myself a shadow priestess at times, because I definitely have processed through a ton of shadow work in this lifetime. And I resonate with the goddess Kali because she is a shadow priestess. She's a shadow goddess. She works with the dark energy, much like Medusa. And so if you're in that energy, you already know it. You have no problem working with different vibrations. However, if you are not, if you are somebody who is relatively high vibrational, who doesn't come down or doesn't need to come down to play in the shadow a whole lot, and your calling is not to be a shadow worker or somebody who provides healing to those that are in need of shadow work, then they want you to know that what you're going to be channeling and bringing through are going to be from those higher vibrations. You have nothing to worry about. All right, I feel like I talked a lot to get through that one little message, but they really wanted me to make it clear there is nothing to fear. You are in great hands, and it's like at this point you've already surrendered, you've let go, and it just feels really good. So let's see what message Isis has. Is Isis, the way that was pronounced, is that the only message? No. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and flip it over. Oh, they are showing me this portal. Okay, so you see these lines that are like moving and opening up, and she's actually, they're telling me she's actually just come through this portal. So you may have been in this space, and I realized there were many people that were, many light workers, thank you for clarifying, Spirit, that were in this space recently that felt like we were in this wormhole / portal space where we weren't quite to the other side yet, but we also had left the old behind. So we were in this waiting space, and they're saying things are going to start progressing for you. You have now moved through that portal, and like the wind that's moving through her hair, everything is going to start changing rapidly. So be ready. It feels really good. Let's see what else it says. Wings of Isis. You have a special spiritual relationship with the angelic world. Part of your soul purpose is to birth angelic consciousness and values such as fearlessness, compassion, and service into this human culture. This oracle also brings you angelic assistance, intervention, and confirmation. All right, so you may have already been working with the angels. If you have not, definitely tap into that. Angels are amazing. I've worked with angels on and off for the past few years, and one of the fascinating things that I learned about the angel realm is that they too are able to experience emotions like we do here in the human realm. So when I've had some angels come through and just say, I'm really sad, I'm feeling the sadness of this person right now, as a client that I was working on, And so they're bringing that up because they want to remind you, if you are already working with the angels, and even if you're not and you're going to start working with them, definitely send them love as well. Give them gratitude and love for being there for you. The more gratitude and love that you put into them, the more they're going to come through for you and deliver divine messages, give you hints and clues that you're on the right path, and really be there for you in support. All right, let's see what this next one is. We have the Hunter. All right, so it says track down your fears and desires. So again, with the fears, right? They're really wanting you to, okay, they're telling me you already have done this, but they want, okay, can you explain? All right, so that message was divine. They did not want to, okay, they're saying not that they didn't want to share that message in like our English language, but there were vibrations that came through that message that are going to help activate you. And they're showing me like not you facing your fears. I feel like you've already done that. But they're showing me like, it's like you can walk out and you can smell fear or you can feel fear. They're reminding me of a time where my husband and I were hiking on a back trail. And during our hike, we walked up this really rocky space, and I stopped and I saw this portal of fear. And I looked at my husband, and he was worried that I wasn't able to cross the spot. And I said, no, that's not it. It's just that this spot is filled with so much fear. I feel like other people have fallen here, or they've tripped, or they've been too scared to climb through this part. And there is so much fear here that it is wrapping anyone who comes into this space up in that energy. And so my husband is amazing. He works with the earth, and he was able to shift that portal, and he did some energy work on it. And I trusted that what he did was great. We went up, we continued up our hike, and on the way back down, it was completely clear. The energy felt vibrant and playful and fun. We actually were running and like acting like we were in like the Mario and Luigi game, and like making sounds, and it was just so playful. The energy had shifted so much, you guys. So they're telling me this because you can smell that fear, you can feel that fear, you can see that fear, just like I did on that hike. So start to notice, and that's one of the gifts that's coming online for you, is you're going to be able to see, maybe, you know, you're driving down the street and there's a space where there's a dark spot, and a lot of people have had fear turning there, or there were a lot of car accidents there. And so they're bringing that to your attention to let you know that it's not yours, it's other people's, and you have the power to actually shift it by just simply giving it love, sending love, right? Love transmutes fear. So sending love, whatever that means for you. If you say, you know, I'm sending good vibes to this spot, or I'm going to pray, or maybe you play a song, or you sing, or whatever it is that works for you, say a prayer. You're going to be able to start to transmute that. So that's one of the gifts that's coming online for you. That's a lot of fun. Let's see what else we got here. So we have the flamingo energy, and they're asking you to take the first step. These gifts that are coming online for you, you know it. You can feel it. You can hear it. You can smell it. You can see it. Whatever of the clairs that you embody, which I'm hearing is definitely more than one. You have that extra sense, and they're just asking you now to play in it, to have fun with it, right? Like when we came back down that hike, it was so much fun. It was joyful, it was playful, it was everything opposite of what it was on the way up the hike. So play with it, have fun with it, send love, know and realize just how powerful you really are. we have star gathering. And again, with the portal, look at this light language that's coming through this portal. Yes, you are, this energy that's coming through, it's otherworldly. It is connecting with your soul ancestry, with your star family, with your soul family. And it also is going to bring in new soul family. You're going to start to connect with people who are completely in your vibration and have experienced some of the same magical things that you've gone through. So maybe you've experienced some really magical things that you haven't been able to share with others, and they're saying these gifts that are coming online, you're going to be able to open up and share those with other people. And these other people that are coming into your life, or they know what it's like, because you're coming from the same star systems, and you're bringing those gifts now into Earth realm, where you can play with them, activate each other. It's so magical, you guys. It feels so good. All right, divine consciousness. Yeah. So they're showing me specifically his arms and how wide open they are, and the head, how lifted it is. It's like the throat chakra, the thyroid is active. And they're saying you also, from this space, this is opening you up where you have a special connection with the Creator. And this isn't like, oh, I pray and I get answers. No, this is much deeper. This is a contract. I feel like those of you that pull this pile are probably either from the sun itself or from like Sirius, really close to the sun, right? Because the energy is so vibrant. It's like this really, really bright light, and it's connecting with your inner creator, with the Creator through you. So being that portal for the Creator to work and process through you. And they're saying this is happening because you've learned to trust. So trust has been something that you've been working on up until this point. And they're telling me that through this eclipse season, from the lunar eclipse that we had a few weeks ago up until now, the solar eclipse, you have been working on trust, which means things may have been happening that were testing you, that were testing your discernment, that were making you wonder if you can trust someone or something, if you could truly let go, if you could surrender. And because you've learned that lesson, you're opening up now to so much more. All right, they do want you to let go of some of the drama, and they're really pointing out like these eyes. Okay, so this came through recently for self, and I sat with it and I spoke to my husband and I said, why is it, or where did the phrase come from? The phrase where we say seeing is believing. Where did that phrase come from? Because I feel deeply that phrase was part of a programming matrix system that came in to make us, to allow us, thank you, to be deceived, right? So they're showing like these eyes, and specifically the human here, they have two wolves on the sides, but the human here, if you put all this together, the human's eye would be right where the third eye goes, right where the intuition, the gut feeling, the inner knowing is. And what they're saying is that they want you to close down these eyes. They want you to close down the eyes of the wolf and really just look through that third eye. And the messages are so clear. Look at that light coming through. They said, don't even pay attention to the words on here. This card is really just about the picture, the divine light that's going to be moving through you. And some of you are able to activate with your eyes. And you may already know this. You may have had times in your life where people were completely mesmerized by your eyes, or or maybe you even wanted to cover your eyes at times. I used to always wear sunglasses even at night because I didn't want anyone looking into my eyes. My eyes, I felt like, are my soul, and it was very vulnerable to allow people to look into my eyes. And I feel like you're that same way. So it's shifting now, like because of the trust, because of the inner knowing, because of the channel that you've become, because of the surrendering and the connection with the Creator through you. They want you to open your eyes. They want you to allow yourself to be seen. Let other people see you. Look them in their eyes and allow them to open yourself up, to allow them to be activated through your energy, your vibrancy, that sunshine that you carry within your soul. So also you may notice like people looking at you and not wanting to look away, and the Creator is just coming through to let you know that this is a good thing. It's happening divinely, and to continue to open up, because the more we give, the more we so shall receive. So if you are out there making eye contact, smiling, allowing your light to be seen, you are going to get that coming back to you in ways of money, homes, anything that you need. You will be well taken care of. Like, more like the energy that I'm getting is just it's so abundant. It's not even like you're gonna have the bare minimum. It is everything that you could ever imagine, and so much more. All right, so allow yourself to be seen. Allow people to look into your eyes. Let them be activated through your light. All right, and then let's see. I'm not getting a read, so tell me, Spirit, what is the energy that's coming through with the shadow and light card? Yeah, you're coming out of this. It's not a darkness, but it really is like how I was saying, the wearing the glasses, not allowing yourself to be seen. And it's like she had to find discernment and really tap into that third eye space, be grounded and connected and open, so that whatever was coming her way was so that she can cultivate more peace than conflict, so you can cultivate more peace, more joy, more play into your life, and less drama, less conflict, less just lower level vibrations. So lift the veil, let it go. Yes, it's time. It is time to be seen. It is time to play and have fun. And let's see what this last little activation is. So, transformation through connection. Yes, they are wanting you to connect. They are wanting you, the Creator specifically is wanting you to connect, to share your light, to share your vibrancy, to look people in their eyes, to smile at them, to engage with them, to allow yourself to be seen, and to be seen in this goddess-like energy where you feel untouchable. Like, I feel like this pile, how magical you can be. That you are different, that you are able to see or hear or smell or taste or connect to these things that other people cannot. Not yet, anyway, not yet. And this is part of your journey. You are a way shower. You are a light bringer, they are saying, a light bringer. So allow them to see your light, connect with them, and allow them to transform through you. Now, this message is coming up because I was talking to somebody recently and they said, oh, I went to this public place and I know that I was clearing for people there because I just felt really tired and it felt like so much work, and I'm so tired of clearing for everyone else. And I feel like when these gifts come online, that's something that we as humans need to be responsible for. And so the message that came through was two things. If you are, let's say, in a conversation with somebody and you notice that the energy shifts because you are highly sensitive and you can feel these things, ask yourself in your mind, right? Go within for a moment and ask, is what I'm talking about too much for this person? And you will get a yes or you will get a no. And then you can know how to gauge the conversation from there. It may be that they've done a lot of work recently and they're tired and they can only comprehend so much, and you get to a spot where they're not ready to go further, and so they tap out or their energy shifts or they unattach from the conversation. And so it's just you learning how to be more aware of that. And then the other thing is, if you are like not talking to them but you feel, for instance, we went and met a friend. It's been a while now, but we went and met a friend for just like a little picnic and an ice cream or whatever it was. And when these, people kept coming by and just hovering over us, like hovering right in our area. And we knew that we were just in a really bright, vibrant state that day, and we were shifting their energy. And then, people's energy shifts and they might get loud or they might get angry or violent, or violent is not the word. Thank you, Spirit. Give me a better word, please. Aggressive. Thank you. Aggressive. So you might feel like the energy shift to where it becomes more aggressive, or they're just talking louder, or you're feeling like the energy is off. In that moment, ask your team to pull back some of your light, right? Because our light is so bright. We want to go out and we want to share it. And there are going to be times when people come around us because they're drawn to our light, right? And then once they get there, all of this shadow starts to come up for them, and it just starts transmuting, and sometimes even alchemizing. Sometimes I can feel it in my body literally when I'm alchemizing for other people, and I get really hot. And if I'm feeling that and it becomes too much and I don't want to be hot and uncomfortable and tired, I will tell my team, pull it back. My light is too much for this space. Let's give them a little less, only what they can handle. Only what they can handle. So use that to work with your gifts. I have worked for years on my gifts, and there are things that I've had to learn to tone down, and there are things that I've had to learn to turn up. If you need more assistance, please reach out. I love sharing these kinds of things. And overall, this solar eclipse feels amazing. Enjoy the gifts and play and have fun. It's such a vibrant, playful energy. So play and have fun. Let those gifts come online, and then figure out how to work with them, how to actually enjoy them, and let them bring more joy into your life. That's really what I'm feeling. All right. Thank you so much. For those of you that chose pile number 3, have an awesome solar eclipse, and we'll see you hopefully all for the Moon Day messages. All right. Take care. Adios. Aloha, friends that chose pile number 2, the Kali figure. Yes, Kali is such a powerful goddess. Definitely one of my favorites. I have processed through a lot of trauma and shadow work in this lifetime, and Kali has been there for me, by my side, helping me through it all. So I'm very I have a lot of admiration for the energy that Kali brings. She's a powerful dark goddess. And the energy here just shows your resiliency. They're saying, your guides are literally telling me, thank them for their resiliency, because there were times where you wanted to give up. There were times where you felt like it was too much, like you couldn't handle it, like the walls were caving in, or just like you weren't going to get through to the other side. And when the lunar eclipse came through, thank you, Spirit, when the lunar eclipse came through recently, it's the lunar eclipse, right? Like lunar energy adds light to the darkness. So whatever was still lingering, whatever was still there, you have been tested through this eclipse portal, through this eclipse season. There's been, it feels like tower after tower, and just as you come up for air, you feel like you've been dragged right back down, crashing through the waves again and again. And your guides are just saying, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for your resilience. There is peace and love and joy on the other side. And you are in this divine energy of transmutation. They're saying, like, you're literally like you're literally transmuting and changing into a whole new being. You are getting ready for things to come online, for higher levels of consciousness. And they're asking you to be logical with self. Be logical with self. So I'm feeling like there may have been like a little spiritual bypassing with this pile, or perhaps there were things where they're telling me like you just tapped out. Like maybe you're just like, you know what, I just can't do this anymore. I just want to be normal. I don't want to go through this, and I'm just going to tap out for a while. And they're telling you it's time now to tap back in with this eclipse so that it can really boost you. Like they're giving you, the universe is going to give you a little like booster lift into the next vibration. Let's see what else wants to come through on this card. It says, I'm not going to try to pronounce that, Kali. Life as you have known it will change radically, and this can be a welcome letting go. Kali is not quiet and subdued in the cremation grounds. She is wild and vital. Kali brings energy and aliveness to situations where there would otherwise be none. She brings an end to stagnation that has been depleting your life force. Yes. She is coming through with guidance and saying, I got you. I'm here. You don't have to grow through this anymore. Let me give you a boost. Let me help you up, right? Ooh, I like this reading already. Okay, let's see what else wants to come through. Yeah, the wild woman. Yes, the wild woman. And they're pointing out 62, which reduces to an 8. An 8 is flow. 8 is it's abundance, it's unity, it's oneness. It is bringing everything together. It is as above, so below. So the energy feels vibrant, but it does feel like they're highlighting this heart section. Like you are, okay, thank you for confirming, Spirit. You are getting some heart upgrades right now. So you may be having like, I'm feeling like a little tenderness in my chest area, in my, like between just the lower part of the collarbone and just beneath it. So the high heart area. Thank you. Open up, child. Open up. Open up. It's okay. Open up. Yes, it's okay. We know you've been hurt. We are here for you. We are here for you. Yes. I'm feeling some Arcturian energy. So if you have not connected with the Arcturians and you're feeling called to, look into Arcturian meditations or specifically Arcturian healing chambers. There are frequencies online that you can connect to and really just take in the energy of the healing chamber. There's some heart healing that needs to happen. And it feels pretty recent. This doesn't feel like past life. It doesn't feel like it was a long time ago. It feels like something pretty recent happened. Do I need to go? They do want me to go a little deeper into that. So what I'm going to grab, let's see, what do I have here? I'm going to grab some tarot cards and see. Oh, okay. I said not that text. All right, let's see what this one has to say. So, hearts. Specifically, it's like you let yourself down, they're telling me. Let's see what this says. Okay, so delays, lack of planning and progress, setbacks, obstacles, frustration, unexpected delays. Yeah, it's you let yourself, they're saying you set expectation. Thank you, Spirit. You set expectation. This is the Three of Wands in reverse for those of you that are familiar with the original tarot. And because you had expectations, it's like you were expecting things to happen by now, or, oh man, you know, my husband always says, like, just don't expect it and then you won't get hurt. Like, just be open to receive. And if it's great, great. And if it's not, okay, walk on, you know, like continue with your life. It's setting those expectations where we let ourselves down. And so this feels like very internal. It doesn't feel like, okay, thank you, Spirit, for confirming. This is grieving your lower self, grieving lower vibrations of you. So maybe you did something recently where you felt like it brought back shame. It brought back a little bit of like, should I be doing this? Or like, how did I let myself get back to this? And Spirit's telling you, let go. Let go. Those shadow energies that we work through and we process through, there's no right or wrong. There's no good or bad. There is just shadow and there is light. And it is just as prominent for us to go into those shadow energies as it is to be in the light. So maybe you went backwards. Maybe you were doing things in your life that were moving you forward and you had a minor setback. And then that minor setback brought up those wounds of mistrust, of misguidance with self, of not listening to your intuition. And there's some, you know, I stopped calling it the ego and I started calling it the lower self per my guides' messages that I was receiving from them. They said, you know, stop calling it the ego. The ego is so overworked, overdrawn. That word itself has so much energy around it. And it really is your lower self, whether it's from this lifetime or another lifetime. It's the lower self that just wants to protect you from making mistakes again. So when they say, oh, you know, it's funny they're bringing this up, but there was a time where I stopped eating all fast food. And the one fast food that I could not stop eating was Chick-fil-A. And I finally had finished, like I was done. And many, many months later, like I went back and started eating it again. And I was so disappointed in myself. Like, you were doing so great. You were cooking, or you were making sure that you were just eating really well. And like, why are you back to this food that really doesn't have the nutrients that your body needs? And you're going back to that lower vibrational self that was just settling for it. And I had to sit with that and let go of that shame and allow myself to go, you know what? Whatever I was growing through at the time, for some reason, Chick-fil-A was very comforting for me, and that's okay. And I'm going to continue to allow those things to come up until they're fully cleared, which now, believe me, they're fully cleared. I will sometimes joke about going there with my husband, and immediately we both start laughing like, yeah, that's not going to happen. So just give yourself some grace. Allow yourself to be that wild woman. Open, like they're really showing me like cat claws, like clawing at that heart space and ripping it open and just allowing yourself to be completely open and vulnerable. because what's coming, they're preparing you for yeah, they're preparing you for, this card came out and I didn't know why, but now they're showing me like the illumination, the light that's coming out of the dark. This is the eight of cups, and they're saying like moving on, freeing yourself, walking away from the unknown, letting go, and just leaving that space altogether. So maybe you have to, be like me and go back to Chick-fil-A a couple times, and it's okay. That doesn't mean that it's a forever thing and that you're falling back into your lower vibrational self or the things that you did when you were in lower vibrations. It just means you had something that you needed to work through and that was comforting for you. So allow it to be. All right, let's see what else. We have the raccoon. Raccoon energy is really, they're telling me like it is allowing, okay, thank you, Spirit. It's authenticity. It's allowing yourself to be in your authenticity. Raccoons are free-spirited, right? Raccoons, I've seen them do some wild things. I've seen some videos online where they're like crawling or like walking across wires or tip tops of fences. You see them standing up and getting into trash cans. They move through the dark, and yet they're authentic with their movements. It's never like, it's not always the same thing. Like, I don't know. They're trying to explain it to me. They're showing me like they're not a creature of habit. They will find new ways to do things and get around things. And reminding me of this movie. Oh man, Over the Hedge. Thank you, Over the Hedge. Where, if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's a super cute movie. It's animation. And they're saying like the raccoon, he gets himself into some trouble in that movie. And then the movie is about him figuring out how to make the best of and turn the situation around. So it's being in your authenticity. And maybe that means being in the dark. Maybe it means growing through some of the shadows or helping other people with their shadows even. And that's okay. They're wanting you to step into that authentic part of self, because there's some things that are coming online that you need to be ready for. I feel like this is maybe a new love, or they're telling me, or a love that that has been slowly coming in. You've probably been connecting with them in the astral, maybe even connected with them in person before, but it just didn't work out, or it wasn't time, you weren't ready, and they are preparing you for this new loving, very specific, thank you, Spirit, loving relationship to come online. So in order to do that, they want you to be in your wildness. They want you to be in your authenticity. They want you to find new ways to get through challenges and to see through the dark and allow that as above, so below, to just be. All right, and then we have solar light upgrade. Yeah, solar, see? So the raccoon, that authenticity, it's the solar plexus lighting up your inner fire. Okay, they're telling me there's some codes in this card, so I'm going to hold it up for you. You may want to screenshot it. Oh, and I am going to be channeling a little bit. Okay, hopefully that was not too loud for you. If it was, I feel Spirit was trying to get your attention. Oh yeah, definitely just, they want you to be you, to not to free yourself. Thank you, to free yourself from people pleasing, from being there for others if they're not there for you. They really want you to just enjoy self and be so confident and vibrant in yourself, no matter what stage you are in, no matter if you're in the shadow or the light. Love you, self-love, right? Because that, you know, when we get in that space of deep self-love, that's when we attract our counterpart, our union, our soulmate, whatever it may be, where we get in that love energy of completely loving self, and that's the energy that we're putting out, and then we just vibrate into each other. That's exactly what happened with me and my husband. So, okay, speaking of, looks like we have a card. There's two here. Okay, put that one down for now. Okay, so it looks like love, and again, the gold, the solar plexus, and see where they're connected. They're not connected through the heart space. They're connected here through the solar plexus, through that space. So there's a divine connection that's coming in for you that is getting you ready. That's why this solar plexus upgrade and this authenticity and allowing yourself to be wild and free is preparing you for this energy of love. Let's see what it has to say. Soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this, and they will come into creation physically. All right. So they're there. Like I said, you've probably already been connecting with them in the astral, or you've felt their energy, or you've crossed paths or connected somehow, some way, but they are in your energetic realm. They are ready to connect. And they're just waiting for you to be in that space of complete self-love and authenticity. Let's see what the other one is. Again, the angelic realm is coming through. So there's this, specifically they're pointing out this heart here on the throat chakra. So maybe freeing yourself, not maybe, thank you, Spirit, freeing yourself to express love, right? It's that, like, that clawing at the chest and opening up the heart that they were showing me here. You see, like, it's just so open. And they're wanting that here. Let's see what this one has. Oh, this is a message, they said. Okay. My beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united. For love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. I love this for you. Yes, so much love. The energy is the energy of your beloved is soft and sweet and like delicious is what comes to mind. Like, it just tastes so good, and I feel like you've had the taste of it already. You've had a taste of it. Maybe it was locking eyes with this person across the room. Maybe it was actually physically being in a space with this person where you were able to connect and talk and touch. Maybe it was a relationship that never truly got to form. Maybe started and then something shifted and you both had things that you need to grow through, and it's coming back online. With a lot of unions, divine unions, there does come separation periods. So perhaps you already came into union and then you had to grow through a series of separation. Or you have connected with them on the astral, you felt them, you may not even know what they look like, but you feel their energy and you feel that love that's coming in for you. So allow yourself to open up to that. Now, the only way that's going to happen is by opening up that heart space. Opening up that heart space. Yeah, like really look up, open, like they're showing me now to look up at the sky, look up at the roof, the ceiling, thank you. The ceiling, the sky, look up at the stars. Know that there is magic happening that is bringing love to you. trust and believe in that, and allow yourself to expand. Yeah, you need to move. You need to move through this energy. They're showing me like, move your hips, your shoulders, open up, expand. Open that heart. Yes, what's coming for you is so magical. It feels so loving. It reminds me of when my husband and I vibrated into each other. It was the most amazing feeling, and I feel this happening for you. It is coming. Get ready. Expand. All right, intuition. They're telling me that there's a little bit of an issue. So notice it's intuition, but it's all like crown and solar plexus chakra coloring, right? Solar plexus, it's not solar plexus. Solar star is pink and crown is purple, right? And then you have the whites. Also, lots of sacred geometry in this card as well. They're showing me some activating codes in it, so you may want to screenshot this one. They just wanted me to be silent for just a few moments so you could take in this Merkaba energy here that is activating the third eye. And they're saying they don't want me to call it a problem. So the conflict right now is that because you've been in and out of this shadow energy and like the people-pleasing type energy, because you've been in and out of that you have trouble trusting your intuition. Where do you want this? Okay. That you have trouble trusting your intuition. So sometimes you're like, well, is this intuition or am I overthinking? And you kind of teeter-totter back and forth between the two. And sometimes in that space, like, you'll ask, is this, like, am I hearing this correctly, or is it this? And you'll hear like a yes. So you'll be like, well, is it this or is it that? And you hear yes. Well, yeah. Sometimes that's hard to understand, but they're telling me, and I've experienced this for self, that it's because you're moving and shifting through these different timelines still. So spend more time in silence. That's why they wanted me to just be quiet and allow you to take in these codes. Spend more time in silence, spend more time with creative activities, specifically with your hands, they're saying. And while you're doing it, do it in silence. Even if it's just like 5 minutes a day where you are completely silent, there's nothing playing in the background, there's no noise, and you're just in that space, maybe writing or painting or beading. Like, they're showing me something with your hands. And allow yourself to be in that space. And that's when you'll be able to clearly distinguish or differentiate between your thoughts and your intuition. And the more often you do this, the more you find yourself in silence. Maybe you're driving in the car and you decide no radio, no podcast, no talking, just complete silence. And in those moments, the more you're able to cultivate that silence for self, the more you're going to be able to discern what's intuition and what's thought. Okay, what else do we got? Yep. You guys, I cannot make this up. It shocks me every time, like how magical everything is so aligned. Opening the heart. There is a deep connection that is coming in for you. A deep connection. So open up through the heart. Water blissing. They're showing me, like, the image they're showing me is, if you've ever floated, or if you ever watch children that are learning how to swim. I used to be a swim instructor, so I know this very well. But when they tell you to lay back, they also tell you to push your chest and your belly up, right? Allow your chest and your belly to come up, and then your body will actually just float. And they're saying you are so close to getting to that float, in flow, allowing things to just be. And it's this last little heart opening that needs to happen. And it's not little, they're telling me, thank you. It's not little. That's why they described it as the like clawing at the chest and ripping it open. If you do yoga, there's some awesome yoga poses. You can do a fish pose to open your heart. If you're into inversions, you can do a bridge pose or a back bend. If you are not into inversions, you can start with something like just a forward fold, or sitting down and reaching out in front of you to touch your toes. You can add some pillows on top of your legs to just rest. But they're just saying open, 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 open that heart, open that. They want you to expand and open and be ready for this love. This love is going to be life-changing. It's going to transmute. It is, okay, thank you. Thank you for the correction, Spirit. It is transmuting you into an entirely new being. All right, let's see. Yes, with this heart opening, what it's doing for you, you have a hard time with heart opening because you are such an empath. And when you have opened your heart in the past, it may have felt like you've been burned, or you felt too much, or you're taking on other people's energy. And it also can be triggering or scary because it is a very vulnerable place to be. They're pointing out the 9, which is it's like that. It's the last moments and pieces before you transition into like the full change, the big shift. So you are so close. And yeah, okay. And they're saying like 8, 9, 11, like there's a progression here that's happening with you. They're just opening you up and getting you ready, and allow yourself to tap into that space and know that empathy can be a gift. It doesn't need to be a curse. It doesn't need to be anything bad. You just need to you just need to allow yourself to be open and not take on anyone else's stuff. Now what they're showing me is like I know what they're showing me, it's just hard to put it into words, so let me try to find a way. They're showing me like when you are completely heart open and the chest is popped out and your head is thrown back, there is not like your light is shining so brightly through that space. It's like you are blasting everyone with love, and there is no lower vibrational energy, especially not fear, that can come into that space and mess with you. So the more you open, the easier it will become. The more you open, the easier it will become. Nothing will be able to attach to you in that space. There's no need to worry. You can allow yourself to be vulnerable and take in and be ready for this love. We got one last card here. It is the root chakra, and it came out in reverse. So can you tell me, Spirit? Yeah, they're pointing out like this again. This symbol. I know it's not a heart, but it looks like an upside down heart, and there's like if you pull this triangle down, it would connect the heart. So it's like there's this gate. They're telling me it's a gate that is like surrounding your heart space, and they're wanting you to just finally like kick it open. Like they're literally showing me somebody kicking a gate open. Kick it open. It is safe. It is safe. You are safe. You are safe and protected. It is okay. Look at this heart here. I didn't even see that. It's like the union. It's the two coming together. It's divine blissings, and there's so many codes in this. My goodness. Okay, so allow yourself to open your heart. It is going to bring you good things. Yeah, I feel like this is complete. Any other last messages that we have, Spirit? Nope. Alrighty. Thank you so much for joining me for this magical solar eclipse new moon reading. I look forward to connecting with you all next time. Adios. Welcome back to those of you who chose pile number 1, the Ankh, and they're telling me eagle wings. Eagle wings. All right. Whew. Yes, there is some magic happening for those of you who chose this card. There are, oh, okay, I'm just gonna ground myself because the energy that's coming through is so vibrant. I want to make sure that I stay on track for this reading. So, one moment, please. I'm just going to tap this Tibetan bowl that I have here and do some quick little grounding. Yes, that feels good. Okay. Oh, thank you for your patience. I just needed to ground in that energy because what is coming online for those of you that chose this, the eclipse season for you has been a corridor, and they're telling me like fast processing. It's like things have come up, and just as quickly as they've come up, you've been able to work through them and let them go, or shift them, transmute them, alchemize them, whatever it is that you do to work through the processing. They're telling me that there is this ancient, okay, specifically they're telling me ancient traditions and ancient activations that are coming online for you. It is reconnecting you. Oh my gosh, I have chills all over my entire body. Yes, it is. They're telling me you are the ancestors. You are the chosen ones. You are the ones that it's like you started something and now you're here to finish it. You started something and now you're here to finish it. So whatever that may be, I worked with someone recently who was in a past lifetime a creator of the Matrix. Whoa. I still get chills when I say that out loud. They were a creator of the Matrix, and they are back this time to completely break the Matrix systems and to guide people through and to the other side. So really shifting that energy. You were perhaps a matriarch or a patriarch in your lineage. There were things that went wrong along the way. You are here to set correct, to make things right. So you are bringing online this ancient energy, and whew, it is powerful, y'all. It is powerful. It is connecting with your divine inner self, your creator within, and breaking through those I can't even say it. Breaking through systems. You see, like the concrete looks like it's broken back here, and this bird is just flying through with the energy of the Ankh. Okay, do I need to flip it? They said I can. I don't necessarily need to. So let me just flip it and see if there's anything specific. Okay, they said since I flipped it, I can go ahead and read it. All right, so when life seems dry, depleted, filled with repetitive tasks, or simply stagnant and stifled, Isis, the mother of life, holds the ability to revive even the most numb, resistant, and difficult circumstances in your life. She calls to you now, seeking to bestow gifts of life upon you. Be bold and brave. Open your arms and receive. Yes, those gifts are coming through. And these are not just, these are special, powerful tools that are going to accelerate your life, move you forward. And wow, just the energy is so vibrant, you guys. I'm gonna have to continue grounding myself to get through this reading because it's just such a powerful, vibrant energy. I feel like this entire space is filled with light beings right now, and your ancient soul family is here and they want to be heard. Yes, the energy that's coming through, they're saying open up, open those, open those vocal cords. So maybe you have been feeling like you were going through a purification of the throat. Maybe some like backed up, stuffy type feeling. For some of you, they're telling me, and then for others, you've just been getting the urge to hum, to sing, to make silly noises, even like to even like sing karaoke. That's so random. It's like good. Maybe you've never done it before. I feel like those of you that are being called to sing karaoke, you've never actually done it before, and you're like, you know what? I want to sing karaoke somewhere. I don't know where that is or how or when, but I just am feeling the call to it. So they are wanting you to expand and open up those vocal cords. You need to be heard. You need to be heard. That is part of these ancient gifts that are coming online for you. Okay. We have the mountains. And so thank you, Spirit. They're like, slow down. Okay. Stand your ground. Stand your ground. Yes. A mountain is so strong that it is the power point of your solar plexus. Think of every time I tap into my solar plexus to work on my solar plexus and give myself a little upgrade, I imagine myself standing on top of a mountain, becoming one with that mountain, and really being able to see out long and far and to hear everything around me, and just being in that magic of on top of the mountain. It's like you've made it. You're here. You've grown through the trials and tribulations of climbing that mountain, of getting to the top. And now they just want you to fully open up and allow yourself to be heard, to be seen, to receive. It is time. It is time. It is time. It is time. Whew, it is time for you to receive. Yes, it is. All right, let's see. We got the owl coming through. Oh, I love the owl. It's my spirit animal. And the moon. So psychic powers, that's what's really coming through. You may have noticed that you've been channeling more. You may have noticed that you're able to hear people's thoughts, or you are able to, like, somebody is thinking something and you say it out loud. It's like there's this magic that's happening within you where you are connecting. You're seeing through the darkness. You're able to, like, you have such discernment that you're able to fully connect, and the messages are coming online and you are receiving them. You are open and you are receiving the messages. So now it's time to share those. It's time to open up. It's time to allow other people to know that you carry this magic. It's time to be seen. It's time to be heard. Okay, let's see. The Akashic Stargates. Wow, powerful stargates there. Yeah, you are aligned with your purpose. You are living your dharma. You are in the, like, anywhere you go from here on out is going to feel magical, whimsical, loving, peaceful, serene. Like you've worked so hard to get to the top of that mountain that they're just saying it's time for you to enjoy life. Welcome more play, more joy, more fun, more spontaneity, more whatever that is for you. Maybe it's taking a trip, maybe it's doing something you've never done before, maybe it's connecting with new people, maybe it's allowing yourself to be seen and looking into people's eyes and smiling at them and connecting and engaging. Maybe it's just engaging with, the people you walk by. Your spirit is so vibrant right now. It's like I get this energy of like a child, just like this childlike, magical, whimsical energy where they're just out for the first time and they're like, hi, like just enjoying everything and greeting everybody, and just this vibrant, loving, playful energy. It feels so good. Okay, what else do we have? Compassion. Yeah, but they're saying specifically don't connect to the word. They're saying you have made it through the darkness. You have shifted. You have risen. You are the lotus. You were in this space of growing through soul cycles, through timelines, through parallel lifestyles, through, you are at completion is what they're telling me. You are at completion. Look at all of these lights. They're so vibrant. It's every color. You are fully aligned and magical, and you're ready to open those eyes and be seen. And okay, they're telling me to bring it back because there is an activation through this. Yes, it's vibrant, it's playful, it's whimsical, it's magical, it's fairy-like, it is joyful. Whew, okay, let's see. Okay, so this is, they want me to leave this in reverse because what you've shifted through is, I'm going to turn this right side up just so you can see it first, is the victimization. It's falling. So it's like we all grow through cycles of victimization throughout our lifetimes, whether we like it or not. It happens. And they're showing, woof, I didn't even see this. They're pointing this out. Look at this owl right here. Yes, the owl energy. It's like you had to be back in that cycle of victimization so that you could fully propel forward through it, so you could see through the dark, so you could see where you were being a victim, where you were not experiencing gratitude and cultivating more loss than gain, right? Because once you get into that victim mentality, you start to create more of it, right? And so like you'll hear, if you're ever like growing through victim mentality, one of the things that I always heard was have gratitude, have gratitude, have gratitude. Gratitude will pull you out of victimization, because you learn that, you know, instead of being in that space of poor me, why did this happen to me? How could this happen to me? You shift into the empowerment of this happened for me. I needed to learn this lesson so that I could shift through to a higher vibration, so I could become a bigger, better, badder as in greater version of self. So this came out in reverse because you have made it through that. You have made it through that space. This almost looks like a moth or a butterfly. It's like you've completely transformed. You've shifted out of it. You are in this, you have surrendered. You've allowed yourself to go down into those lower vibrations, into the shadow, to feel what it was like to be a victim, to have loss, to grow through whatever it is that whatever it was, thank you for correcting me, Spirit, that you needed to grow through so that you could rise. And be in a much higher, vibrant, greater mentality. They're telling me mentality. Wow. Okay. Awesome. Let's see what else we have here. All right. What you've learned, they're telling me, through the lack, loss, victimization portal that you just went through, is to fully respect self and to set boundaries for yourself so that you're not a people pleaser. So you're not trying to make everything better for everyone else without thinking of yourself. You are finally in a space where you're like, nope, this is mine. I worked hard to get to the top of this mountain. I went through the trials and tribulations. And just because you're connected to me through whatever it may be, maybe you're connected like through familial lineage, ancestry, through whatever it is, maybe even friends or acquaintances with someone for a long time, and they've watched you rise but really haven't been there for you. And when you were in the shadow, they, you know, like there was lots of disconnect in that space, and they're saying like you're at the top of the mountain now, and you helped yourself get there, and so you get to choose who comes on top of that mountain with you. And if there are people who have always put you down, or who have placed challenges in your path, and you've continued to work through and process through and still become the bigger, better, greater version, you now get to choose who stands on that mountain with you. You now get to choose who stands on that mountain with you. Wow. One more time, they're saying you get to choose who stands on that mountain with you. So maybe you see some of those obstacles that were put out in front of you, and how you needed to grow through that, and maybe it accelerated you and moved you forward, and those are people that you want to bring with you. Awesome. And maybe you see some tricksters, some coyotes along the way that weren't really rooting for you, but try to play it off like they were. Try to play it off like they were friends or family or people that had your best interest at heart, when really they only are interested in the betterment of self, or in supporting themselves, and not in a selfless, loving kind of way, in just a almost like narcissistic kind of way. And those are the ones that you're going to get to hold firm on these boundaries with this self-respect and say, no, I appreciate everything that we've been through, what we've grown through. I have no hard feelings. I send you love and light and peace, and I am letting go. If you want to get to the top of the mountain and you want to be next to me, then you will need to put in the work and meet me where I am, because no longer are the days where I am going to drop down and let myself go so that I can make anyone else feel better, do better, be better. I'm putting myself first. And if you want to meet me here, awesome. But gone are the days where I'm going to reach out and give you a helping hand. Oof, I feel like that was very specific. So, all right, we have one last card here. It is Sandalphon. Yes, Guardian, Archangel Sandalphon. Thank you. And they're showing me Metatron's cube up here as well. So I believe Sandalphon and Metatron are basically like mirror images of each other, where Metatron is the one of the highest vibrations, and Sandalphon is of the earth. Sandalphon is an archangel for the earth, of the earth, loving Mama Gaia, and putting that energy back into the earth space. So it really is as above, so below. But they're showing me that this groundedness, this open-hearted transformation that you've been through. I don't know what symbol this is, but they're really pointing it out. It's like you've prayed and connected and allowed yourself to open up to this energy, and it's going to pay off in big ways, in big ways. Like, you are going to get so much more out of this than you can imagine. I do want to know a little bit more about Sandalphon. So they're not really giving me anything right now. So give me one moment. I am going to tap in here and see if I can just find a little extra in my Archangel deck about Sandalphon, because I know that there is an energy that he brings that is very prominent to this new, better, brighter version of you. Oh, here we go. I opened up right up to it. Okay. So let's see what it says. The angel who truly links heaven and earth. There we go. Also known as the tallest angel, so gigantic, in fact, that it is said to take 500 years to travel from his feet to his head. Like his twin, Metatron. Got it. Okay, thank you. Metatron is Sandalphon's twin. I knew they had a deep connection. Like his twin, Metatron, Sandalphon is one of the only two angels who previously walked the earth as a human. He was the prophet Elijah. He is charged with looking after our planet and taking our prayers to God, weaving them into a crown of daisies. Often symbolized by a wheel of fire, divine chariot, and like his image, he keeps our feet planted firmly on the ground while we embark on our journey of enlightenment. For this reason, Sandalphon is an ideal angel to call on when you are doing any meditation or healing work. His grounding influence will deepen your experience and help you put your esoteric knowledge to practical use. With Sandalphon's super grounding influence, you will feel safe and at home whenever you are on Earth. Known as the patron angel of music, Sandalphon presides over the heavenly spheres and angelic choirs. So the toning, the music that was coming through. Thank you. And it says he helps you embrace your gifts and make sweet music from your life. All right, the message that he has is to surrender your requests and worries to heaven so you can make space for positive change. Wait for the miracle. Sandalphon is here to receive whatever it is that you're wanting to bring into creation and to work with helping you create it in hopes for a tangible form. All right, so it makes sense because this energy, right? You get to the top of the mountain, and although you are high and vibrant and feeling happy and great, and in this like in the twin energy, the Metatron energy, it still is very much grounded. So it is literally, they're telling me right now, thank you, Spirit, it is taking whatever it is that you have been cultivating, creating in the higher realms, and bringing it down to earth, bringing it into earth realm, into the physical, actually physically creating it and filling it and moving you into that next level. Woo! I'm so excited for you guys. This was a magical reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. Happy solar eclipse, new moon. And I'll look forward to connecting with you all in whatever comes through next. These readings are amazing, and I am just so thankful to be a channel to bring this through. Right? Sending you all lots and lots of love. Until next time, adios.